I'm supposed to choose a suitor to wear the crown. I said I would choose as soon as I weave this shroud. They don't know that every night I unthread all the work I've done. 'Cause I'd rather lie than allow them to think they've won. Though I never thought that I'd resort to this. Just know I'll be here. But I don't know how much longer I'll last since we saw that storm. And though it was so close to our kingdom, it was far from the norm. Unless, oh, could it be some kind of sign that my world is all about to change? Is it finally time for the challenge I arranged? Though I never thought that it would come to this. Just know I'll be here buying you time. Bow and shoot through 12 axes cleanly will be the new king. Sit down at the throne and rule with me as his queen. Let the arrow fly once you know that your aim is true. 'Cause I'd rather die than grow old without the best of you. Though I never thought that these would be the lengths we go for love, I would not have it any other way. And though I never thought that it would end like this, just know I'll be here.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Gwendy from NSTD Studios, and we have a new setup today because it's a premiere, and I'm dressed for the occasion. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And yes, I am. This is Gwendy with another outfit, with the same avatar, different outfit. I'm sorry as well to those who plan to make fan art based on my avatar. I know that a few people have been asking me to stop changing avatars all the time. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and check the chat for a little bit just so I can greet everyone. So let me just scroll back up. Hold on, you guys, hold on. Sorry, I had to use my spray so I could clear my throat a little bit. So hello, Ruhel, Kamal MZ, hello, Madhab, hi, Tog, Tog, Tog. I'm gonna hold you to it. The next animatic that I'm gonna be working on is Underworld, and you promised me that if I finish Underworld, you will watch Hamilton. So I'm gonna hold you to that. Mochi, hello. Voices, hello. Desafra, hi. Line, hello. Crazy Cat, hi again. Jamila, hi. Gabrielle, hello again. Catty Animations, hello. Good Gamer, hi. Mira Creations, hello again. Tango, hi. Dano, Devil Mouse, hi. Nix the Fox, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Lillian, hello. M Wonder, hello again. You can hear my husband in the background. He's with me, like working beside me. Well, I'm just playing hooky from work. Alexis, hello. Let me see who else. Who else? Who else have I not greeted? Swifty, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Um, let's see. Uh, insert name here. Well, that's quite a name. Hello. And this is quite a long name. Lemons and limes with oranges, including apples. I like that drink. Welcome to the live stream. Marco the Interlooper, hello. And Saram, hi. Thank you. Sleepy Void, hello. And Shafayette, hello. And I think that is everyone. So, hello, human being. Wait, let's see, I can't stay longer because I'm at work. You are awesome. Thank you, Desafra. And Dominic Broom, hello. Thank you so much, guys, for watching and hitting the like button because that really helped with the engagement. Already, we're at in just under an hour, or we already reached over 10,000 views. So that's amazing. So thank you so much. Memes Ohio, hello. The era, hello. Thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every single one of you for all the support that you've given me, for the encouragements. Hi, Artake. Yes, I prepared for this premiere, sort of. Technically, I prepared for this like a few minutes ago. But my avatar, oh my god, I like changed up my avatar since yesterday because I knew that the premiere was gonna happen like today. So I thought, okay, I need to be extra special. I need to like dress for the occasion. Hello, Trick the Kick. Thank you. We're gonna discuss more about the choices that I made in regards to the bow, the axis, Penelope's emotions and whatnot, as well as the story that I was trying to tell. Um, yeah, it's finally done, Gabrielle. I've been working on the challenge, guys, since April of 2024. So it was the last animatic that I made or started making before Jay contacted me in May. And then from there on, I have been working on this on and off. I posted the first full rough animation back in September. So it wasn't polished yet. It was just really rough animation, but it was the full demo. So that's what I posted in September. I started working on the colors and the inks and the fleshing out of the backgrounds in December, and I was hoping for a December release date, but of course, I got busy with the official animations for the Ithaca saga, so I didn't get the time to finish until just this month. So yeah. Shafa, Shaf, a lot of people have mentioned that my art style is reminiscent of 90s or 80s cartoons, and I take that as a huge compliment because those are the stuff that I grew up with. Thank you, Chad. Hi, Chad. Thank you. Of course, I have jiggle physics. I wouldn't be called the jiggle queen otherwise. I've been mentioning this. I used to be a VTuber mama. I created VTubers for a living, and this is the reason why I'm able to animate jiggle physics as well as I do. Because I literally work and rig jiggle physics. Thanks, Mimohayo. Carol, hello. Oh, it's not abandoned. Different Beast is not abandoned, you guys. It's just currently lower on my list of priorities, unfortunately. Um, but the update there is that I'm probably gonna do an overhaul with the way it's animated or the way it's colored. So rather than spending my time with the manual shadows, I will be applying the same technique that I did for Odysseus as well as for the challenge. So that way I don't have to manually add the shadows. Yeah, I started the new year right with this one. Thank you, Taurus. And no problem. You can always rewatch because this live stream will be up until later. Um, early Filipino 2D animations for some reason. If you're talking about like Ibong Adarna or what was that? That Princess or Duha thing? That's also like an inspiration. Although I did not get to watch the entire movie because it's like lost media. It's hard to find. Um, Next on the list of priorities is Underworld because it's almost done. So also I'm also working on stories from Sticks. Actually, that's the second priority. I'm gonna be working on stories from Sticks, particularly Demeter's song. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm so excited. The song is a banger. I love it so much, and I'm so happy that Casper Fox contacted me and assigned me to do Demeter's song. Um, Yes, there's a bit of jiggle physics. Yes, there is. I will talk about that. Turkmeys, yes. I'm so happy that Troy Hermes made that a thing. As soon as I realized here, Uy, Philippines! Yes po. Anyway, guys, this is what I usually do. Whenever I have a premiere or whenever one of my animations is revealed, I do a live stream breaking down the animation proper. So, the- don't worry, the live stream won't be as long as my past live streams because I'm not working. I'm just basically going to be talking to you guys and also explaining the choices that I made for the animation. Hi on Holy Moly, hi. Okay, so just in time. Now I'm gonna go ahead and play the video for you guys, and then I guess you all watched it already, so I think it's time that we head straight towards the breakdown of this animation. And from time to time, I'll check the chat to you know to catch up. Tita, could you explain the Penelope's design as well? I simply love how you did her. Reminds me so much of Meg from Hercules, low key. Oh, by the way, about Meg from Hercules, actually, she's my main inspiration for my Cersei design. So I don't know if you noticed with the clothes, but I know it's like somewhat reminiscent, but that's also because I did a bit of research on what Greek royalty dressed like, but but my main inspiration is Chi Chi from Dragon Ball Z. I did not prepare this. I did not prepare it, unfortunately, but let me see if I can actually show you guys. Chi Chi Dragon Ball, because I think of Odysseus as Goku a lot of the times. So it makes sense to me that his wife would look like Chi Chi from Dragon Ball. And also Dragon Ball Z is a huge inspiration for Jay and a huge inspiration for me. Like it's a big part of my childhood. Like huge part of my childhood, even to the point that I really wanted to be an animator for Toy Animation Philippines, just so I could animate for Dragon Ball Z. I was that obsessed. Let me see if I can actually open this. There it is. There it is. That's the main design, the main inspiration for the hairstyle, at least. And then the rest is mostly Greek mythology stuff, and like Kevin Lemsey, no, you did not miss it. Hermes, hello. AG Ventus, hello. No, it's totally fine, Queen of Random. You don't have to say sorry. I know that life is like life takes importance, of course. Uh, thank you, Hermes. Super Saiyan Penelope. I'm Super Saiyan right now. Well, not really. Well, Ultra Instinct Wendy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when he became a monster, he was like Super Saiyan mode. Or the when he transformed into a werewolf or something. Super Saiyan Penelope. Hey. That's an idea. Cuz like I've been making the sailor soldiers into like epic characters. What about Dragon Ball characters? That's something to think about. But yeah, that's the hairstyle. Okay, so now we are going to go back here, and I'm going to be breaking down the animation. So it opens up with a close-up of Penelope's eyes as she wakes up. And then she looks out the window. Okay, hold on. Let me just go back a little bit. Okay. So ODS Goku, yes. So, hello, Alvin. Hi, welcome to the YouTube live stream. I do definitely do live streams in YouTube, not just TikTok. So anyway, as you can see here, the storm is no longer there. The storm has passed. I know there are a few people asking, "Where's the storm?" Well, in Penelope's song, it's past tense. Um, well, what was? How did that line go again? But I don't know how much longer I'll last since we saw that storm. So, we don't know exactly how long it has been since Poseidon called off the storm. But at this point in time, she woke up, skies are definitely clearer. So I wanted to showcase that at this point, she's already seeing a favorable omen. Because remember, the storm was surrounding Ithaca. She could probably see it at the distance nearby, but now it's no longer there. The skies are clear. So that's the first sign that Odysseus is coming home. So let me see. Hi, Lay. Okay, let me just continue. Okay, another thing that I wanted to convey is touch. And this is something that I am very, very particular about with this animation. If you notice with the song, like she is touching everything that Odysseus or reminds her or Odysseus owned or reminds her of Odysseus. In my head canon, Penelope of Sparta is touch starved. She's raised to be more of a warrior as opposed to an elegant princess. So she's been taught to like hide her emotions and not be vulnerable. But she can only be vulnerable around Odysseus. So she craves Odysseus's touch. She craves Odysseus's presence. And 20 years without him is very, very long. So every time she wakes up, she would make sure to touch the spot in beside her where Odysseus used to sleep, and thinking how cold it felt without him, and longing for his warmth next to her. So that's pretty much why I'm very, very particular about. Okay, hold on. I was very, very particular about her touching everything here. See, I really like took the time to animate, focus on her. Only her hand is moving, so your eyes will be drawn towards that hand and nothing else. Let me just check the chat. Yes, she's missing him very much. um let's see. Sorry. I like to inflict maximum emotional damage. Yeah, Penelope being touched on her love language, probably being physical touch would be, yes. That's her love language, physical touch. That's in my head canon. Um, Imagine suit. Ah, no, no, no. I'm not gonna imagine that. Um, yes, she also definitely touched the bow, the crown, the shroud that uh reminds her of Odysseus, because that was the lie that she had made in order to you know bring to give Odysseus more time. Um, let's see. Mokshin. Hello, Mona. Odie crying his heart out to Penelope at the end of Would You Fall in Love with Me? While Penelope's just there, like that's so. Do I make my own VTubers? Yes, I do. I used to like this used to be my job, making VTubers as for a living. All I hear is Einstein cannons. Okay, let's continue. Already in the background, you can see the crown there. It's right there. Also, the olive tree. Okay, olive tree bed. We're gonna talk more about that in a bit. So, to those who have seen the rough animation, which I posted way back in September, you notice that I made a major change with the bed. So this time around, it is an olive tree bed. How I imagine this is that this was a like at least one of the posts is connected to still a tree, and then the rest is just additional stuff that Odysseus carved into the thingy. Because I looked up olive trees, they're not very wide. They're wide, but they're not like you know sycamore trees wide. I don't even know if sycamore trees are wide, but hopefully you understand what I mean. I'm not. I'm not sure if I'm like explaining myself very well, but anyway, at least one of those is rooted way down into maybe the first floor, or because I imagine that what the hell, I'm imagining that this bed is actually like on the second floor, and then we actually see like it's still connected all the way down to the roots. So that's how I'm imagining it anyway. You're free to headcanon however you want it to, but that's how I imagined it. Um, so she has her little thing here with the table and the with the crown, and there's a chest here and stuff and curtains and whatnot. Very not very fancy, not a very fancy room. She's in my head. She already sold most of her belongings in order to continue to be able to serve up to the suitors who were basically eating the family out of their house and home. So she had to sell jewelry and the finer things in life, even though she still had the other stuff that she has, like the crown and the jewelry, but most of her other treasures she's had to either trade or sell in order to continue to be hospitable to the suitors. But of course, she'd never give up like Odysseus's crown, both literally and figuratively. Uh, Cat already left. Okay, okay, Cat. Sorry, sorry, I didn't check the chat. Yeah, I used to make VTubers for a living, Lem. Yes. It's not an easy job. Like it takes me 1 month to make an entire VTuber model. Um, si magpupuyat po si Tita Gwenny. It's like 12. Fine. I work nights, guys. I work nights. I usually I sleep at around 9 in the morning, all the way to the afternoon, and sometimes I take power naps. And then my work shift is actually 10 a.m. I mean 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So yeah, it's not a ballet tree. No, the lighting is so beautiful. Thank you. That's part of the lighting is actually part of the app that I'm using to do post production work. Oh my god, I cannot survive without this app anymore. Olive tree is serious big tree. The olive tree is a bit thick, but maybe like the older olive trees are really really thick. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I need to do more research on that. Fertilizer goes crazy. Hi, storyboard. We're just getting started on breaking down the animation. Yeah, I have no set sleep schedule. You're right, Lem. I don't. um, what were the guards doing during Little Wolf? They were elsewhere. They're probably elsewhere. Pulat. Walang tulugan. Uh, thank you, Ariel. Thank you. She hit all of Odie's stuff and sells her own. Yes, that is a great headcanon. I'm getting that headcanon. But yeah, she'd rather sell her own things rather than sell Odysseus's things. You know, because she needs something to remember him by. She needs something to touch. Like I said, touch starve. Um, Chacha, again, your animation is so damn gorgeous. I just saw it. Thank you, Chacha. The guards were playing Uno. Hold on. Bye, Artake. Good luck with your presentation. I had to look up olive trees, and they are like not. I don't. I don't know how to describe them, but their trunks appear to be like twisted and all that. That's what I took inspiration from for this one, as well as of course the official animatic that was posted by Jorge in his channel. Okay, let's move forward.
I'm supposed to choose a suitor to wear the crown.
Okay, so I changed the crown design from the original animatic that I made back in September. I wanted it to be a bit fancier, that's why. But the original crown was based off of historical uh, Greek crowns that I saw, but it was too simplistic, and I thought, okay, I wanted to look like a wreath of sorts, or what do you call this? I forgot. I'm gonna ask my husband. What do you call this? I forgot what you call this. I forgot what it's called.
Jewelry box.
No, no, I mean the crown, the shape of the crown. I forgot what it's
Coronet.
called. Huh? There's supposed to be a term for it, but it's popularly used in movies. I know that in
Tiara, coronet.
I forgot. Wreath. I really forgot there was supposed to be a name. Laurel. Thank you, Tog. Thank you, Tog. It's a laurel. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's what I was going for, but it's a crown still. Um, Also, gold is, from what I know, gold is not really super solid. It's like malleable. The higher the gold content, so he can Odysseus can just easily like squeeze it in his head. The I don't know if that's a sapphire, but it's a blue jewel. It's a representation of Athena. So yeah. Let's see. Next, okay. So she still kept the crown. Okay, just a bit of a little tiny, just little tiny thing. Um, I forgot what the Temple of Athena looks like, but this is supposed to represent the Temple of Athena. And hello, Cherry. So Odie probably spent most of his money to make the crown for her. Yeah, he buys her stuff. Thank you, Speak. Thank you, Speak Salgo. Thank you. So anyway, this shroud that's over here, this is supposed to represent the Temple of Athena, but I basically just like kit bash. Oh my god, I'm sorry, historians, you're probably gonna hate me for this. I kit bashed mythologies here and there. You can see there's two Pegasus there, and then in the middle is a winged man. That's Icarus. That's supposed to represent Icarus. Because I was like, I don't want this thing to look like a friggin' blanket, and I want to make it have something. So okay, fine. I'll add the Pegasus, and I'll add Icarus, and I'll add a temple. So it was just random crap that I put in there. Hold on. Um. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's continue.
I said I would choose as soon as I weave this shroud.
Okay, now in regards to Nike Goddess of Victory, oh, that makes sense. But I was thinking of Icarus at the time. Okay, for from the original animatic, this one has been completely changed. I did an overhaul with the loom. I had to do a lot of research on how it looks like, especially side view. There's no side view photo that I could find, so I had to like try and imagine what it looked like from the side view. It's supposed to be like bigger, but I made it just smaller so it'll fit the screen. So it was creative liberties. See you, Len. Charge well. Um, yeah, the shroud is actually for Laertes. I forgot if it was because Laertes was dying and it's a funeral shroud that Penelope was preparing. But I know that in some iterations it's supposed to be Penelope's wedding dress. But that's an adaptation that's more of popular media and movies and whatnot. But in the myth is a funeral shroud for Laertes. And okay, this next shot.
They don't know.
Okay. The colors that I chose also blue and gold, similar to the colors of Odysseus and his crown. So in my in my fan designs, Odysseus is represented by the color blue, Penelope is represented by the color yellow, and Telemachus is represented by the color green. And that's because blue and yellow are complementary colors, and combined they make green. So I may not be good at color theory, but I know how to mix colors. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Laertes wasn't dying. I believe depends on the retelling. The suitors don't know Laertes is dying though. That's why I am confused. Why is it a funeral shroud? It's often mentioned as a funeral shroud. So either way, supposedly it's for Laertes, funeral or otherwise. But I kind of actually prefer the idea that it's Penelope's wedding dress. It makes a lot more sense to me anyway. Uh, let's see. I was like to think Odysseus last bought the wool before he left for war for Penelope as a gift. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw in my fan design of Odysseus. His cloak is yellow. That's actually not in my fan design. Penelope's favorite color is yellow, and Penelope actually wove that cloak for him. So he's been wearing it ever since. Like that's why it's tattered and torn by my 600 strike animation. Um, let's see. Let me just check. Oh my God, Vic! I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be larger than life, larger than life. I did not even realize that, but I do find that fairy godmother character very fun. So I'm taking that as a huge compliment. Thank you. um, looking forward to. Oh yeah, I'll talk about my animated series very soon. Thank you, Cherry. Uh, oh my gosh, El Victo, that's you. Okay, okay, I'll try to remember that. Oh yeah, I love making everyone cry and traumatizing everyone. Anyway, so here's the animation.
That every night
Okay, I wanna like go back because oh my god, this part of the animation. Wait,
I am
wait, go back. This part took me almost four freaking ever. This is not an easy animation to do. Like I didn't do it like I didn't do it I didn't do it like strand by strand. So each chunk I took and then I used the liquify tool. Okay, here that's a bit of a see. That's here me giving tips. I used the liquify tool and then I moved it along with the movements of the hand. And then I made sure to follow through with the movements. And then she finally got a hold of one strand just so suddenly. Ah, this was not an easy part to animate, but I had fun. After I saw the results, I had fun. um, they're going to sing I Need a Hero to Penelope as they wait for Odysseus to finish. Words of wisdom. Okay, somebody asked me this in Discord as well, in Epic Discord. Life is not a race, it's a marathon. You'll get there when you get there. If you compare yourselves to the success, if you compare your own success to the success of others, especially in regards to where you are in your life are right now, you're only going to suffer twice, essentially. So, what you need to do is just to enjoy the moment, live in the moment, be the best person you can be, and everything will fall into place. And there are no shortcuts to dreams, you guys. There are no shortcuts. There needs to be hard work and dedication in order to reach where you want to, in order to reach your goals. Because I'm not a young person. I'm not. Um, Back in my 20s, okay, there, age reveal. I'm not in my 20s, guys. Back in my 20s, I used to look at others and think, especially the people younger than me, and I think, oh my gosh, like I'm wasting my life. But in reality, I'm wasting my life just thinking about how I'm wasting it. That's thinking about wasting your life is a waste of time. So I kicked my butt into gear and I studied. I did my best to improve, and it just all fell into place, I guess. But it took years. It did the success didn't that I'm experiencing right now. It did not happen overnight. So yeah, I got here when I got here. Not a race, but a marathon. Let me see. Let me just check. Yeah, it's a solo project. I would have like gotten my team into it. I'm sure they would have jumped at the chance, but I wanted to I guess prove myself. Not that I can't rely on my team. Oh my god, my team are comprised of such wonderful people. I love working with them. Kamalemzi is part of my team. Dromisu, Nathan, and Novi, they are my angels. Like during, especially with the Vengeance Saga, when I got super sick, they picked up the slack. With Ithaca Saga, they worked almost 24/7. They worked with me behind the scenes. It was an awesome experience. Um, let's see. Uh, okay, Carol. Bye bye. How do you find the motivation to animate? My motivation is to see what it looks like after it moves. That honestly, that's it. I have a vision in my head, and then I start drawing the still images, and I just am very motivated to see it move, to see my drawings move, and yeah, that's one of my biggest drives to see my artwork move. Uh, let's see. Let me just check the chat. Uh, a marathon is a race. It is, but there's no time limit. You get there when you get there. It's not like a rat race where you compete with other people. You are free to either just run until you finish, or you also have the choice of competing with other people. Either way, either decision, it depends on you, because sometimes a little healthy competition is actually good. Sometimes. But keep it healthy. Are you secretly Athena? She is my girl. I love Athena. Um, and yeah, no shortcuts to dreams. That's the reason why I named my collective as NS2D Studios. It's a play on words for no shortcuts to dreams and 2D animation, which is mostly what I do. NS2D. Thank you, Alwin. I'm so happy you got to see it. And thank you so much for hanging out in my live streams as well in TikTok. Because you actually saw this happen. Um, and you're such a wonderful artist and animator. I love the process all the time, and you couldn't work creating such an amazing outcome while you're in. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. Uh, okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I love my team. Seriously, I do. Words of advice on animation, because I have to do a 1 hour animation from. Oh my god! How long do you have? Like, are we talking like an entire 1 hour movie? Or are you saying that in 1 hour you have to make an animation? Because that would be crazy. If it's like 1 hour, you have to have a team. Especially if there's like a deadline. But if you're talking about like 1 hour, in 1 hour you have to make a certain like number of frames, um, keep your eyes on the prize. And by keep your eyes on the prize, I'm saying you need to like focus on the end goal, which is to, I don't know, just for me, just see how um let the urge to see your drawings move motivate you. And at the same time, here's another thing that I can a tip that I can give. I know I've been saying there's no shortcuts to dreams. That doesn't mean there are no shortcuts to animation. So if you can cut corners all the way. I actually I'm gonna show you guys some technique as well on how I'm able to look like, how I'm able to animate so smoothly, and yet it's just copy pasting. Um, thank you, Perkabet. Thank you. No problem, Yuki. I'm starting, Queen of Runners, I'm starting off. I have been drawing for a bit, but do you have anyone looking for either illustrator or animatic artist? I'm really looking for storyboard and animatic positions. At the moment, I don't know. I don't know anyone who's looking for one. Currently, I'm also okay. Here's the thing. I thought I was gonna need to hire new people, because there was someone who was was a company that actually reached out to me after Epic ended, and we started discussing the possibility of me creating almost an entire movie. So unfortunately, I don't think that pushed through after I provided the rates. So if something pushes through, I will actually be hiring people if something pushes through. So do watch out for any job postings that I may put out. So that's at least coming from me, but coming from others, I have no idea. Oh my god, 1 hour of animation. Oh my god, that's crazy. Deadline next year. You still have time. Cut corners where you can. If you can eliminate colors, if you can eliminate colors and just focus on black and white, and keep at it to tell the story, go for it. What else? Also, do not animate in twos because that's crazy. Unless there's a requirement. If it's not a requirement, you can animate as high as threes or fours. Any advice for about what? Mappa animation team has 2 or 3 animators, all high on world's best tasting wine. I knew someone who worked for Jujutsu Kaisen, but is Jujutsu Kaisen from Mappa? Okay, so technically I do know someone who worked for Mappa or was outsourced from Mappa. So yeah, to Mappa. Yeah, yeah. I I'm glad I'm not hired there. Any advice to anyone that wants to pursue animation and art? First, you need to know the basics. So you need to know how to draw. And that's the first step. Second step, especially if you want to move towards animation, you have to know the 12 principles of animation. That is my absolute major advice because that's an advice that I did not take initially when I first started, and it took me a while to develop and to improve. Like an entire year wasted just because I was stubborn and didn't want to study on the 12 principles of animation or the 12 fundamentals of animation. That's very, very important. And lastly, go to a website called Line of Action because that website will teach you how to draw faster because it shows you a model and then you have to draw it under a time limit. And you don't even realize it, but eventually you will you will sharpen your skills, and you will also be able to gain some kind of muscle memory when it comes to drawing. Want to make epic animatics? Do you have any tips? My number one tip, excuse me, do not focus on animating a song that you feel will sell. You have to animate a song that you are very passionate about. That's why I don't just do do all of the songs. I don't. Because unless I am truly touched by that song, I will quickly lose steam. So I don't know if it's going to be true for you, but I would strongly suggest that whichever is your favorite song or whichever song touches you or you gravitate to the most, you start with that. Because motivation is very, very important. So happy you included Beggar Odysseus. Of course. Of course. And please don't say that he's... People, please stop saying that he's gonna take off his robes and we get a birthday suit Odysseus. Do you know where you would put them out if you were to post it? Wait. What are we talking about? Let's see. Oh, the job posting. That would be in my community tab post. So that's mostly where I interact with where I make announcements. So yeah, community tab. What are words? Community tab posts in YouTube. But sometimes I'll also be posting in Tumblr and Blue Sky. Probably also in Instagram. I'm in NS2D Studios in all of them. Also likely in TikTok because I know TikTok is back in the US. Favorite song from Epic? Always Warrior of the Mind. Make sure you have a storyboard or animatic for your project, otherwise you will lose a lot of time.
No.
No. I don't know. That's a great advice, Queen, especially with the animation pipeline. A storyboard for or is very much needed if we're talking about storyboard panels. But I personally don't do storyboard panels. I head directly to animatics because the storyboards are in my head already, and that is why often I would stop and pause while I'm animating and just stop to think. I don't look at any storyboards because I don't make storyboards. And it's a shame because I came from like a comic book background. So I skip it. Yeah, line of action is great, High on Molly. What's a project you have lost steam on because you weren't into it? Okay. Um, this isn't okay. I have not yet lost steam on a project because I wasn't into it. I lost steam because I'm gonna admit this to you guys. Uh, Even though it's still in the roster, I lost steam for different beasts. And the reason is because people keep hounding me to about it. And by hounding, like I don't mind the occasional, hey, can we get any updates from different beasts? Or hey, how's different beasts going? I don't mind that. But the moment people start demanding, like, hey, it's been a long time for different beasts. Where's my different beast? And then with a lot of exclamation points and all caps, I start to get super annoyed. And that is like in more than one occasion, people have been rude. So I lost steam. I will still do it, but I am holding back just because I'm so petty. No, 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 no. But honestly, though, comments like that do get me down. Instead of like being motivated to finish, it just makes me not want to do it. You know, because I'm the type of person that works best without supervision or without people, telling me to do things. If you tell me to do something, I won't do it. So yeah, but different pieces still happening. It'll happen in my own time. It's a marathon. We'll get there when we get there. Oh yeah, I love that Sahaman. The 600 tracks torture scene. Yeah, I'm built different. Thank you, Storm. Thank you so much, Storm. Yeah, TikTok's back in the US. Yes. Um. Yeah, it's back, but it's kind of weird. There are still some issues with it. I don't know what they did with the servers. Anyway. Um. Yeah, going extra slow out of spite. Let's see. What got me into animation? Huh. Okay. Um. I've always loved animation. I'm a Disney nerd. I grew up with the Disney classics, and I've always wanted to be an artist, and it fascinates me to see drawings move. So I first made my first animation back when I was 15, and then unfortunately I lost a copy because we didn't have Google Drive back then. Yes, I came from an age where Google Drive did not exist. In fact, I'm alive. I'm older than. Wait, how old is Google? I forgot how old is Google. But I remember when Yahoo first arrived. But yeah, professionally though, I was in a fandom, and I was in a fandom, and I people have been making fan art, but I thought, oh, people are rarely making animation for this. I'm gonna make a full ass animation and a full ass animation series. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got started because of fandom. Um, let's see. Oh yeah. Sorry, late. Don't worry. We're gonna continue. It's just that I want to make sure that everyone's questions are also entertained as well and answered. Your animation skills are. I'm trying to hear hard to animate, but I can't seem to find the style I want to use, and I can never animate correctly. Do you have any tips? Finding your own style can be very difficult. It took me years to find my own style, you guys. Um. Oh no, what's Yahoo? Anyway, in regards to finding your own style, I'm not sure I'm the right person to ask because it took me years to develop my style of cartoons. or an anime, or however you would like to call it. Um, but I think you should start with something simpler and then work your way up. Oh, bye, Lemon. Okay. What made you animate Epic the Musical? Jay and Talia. Because of Jay and Talia, because of the video that my cousin Julia showed me of them enacting There Are Other Ways, I got inspired. I was like, oh my god, the chemistry between these two. This has to be animated. So that's how I got started with Epic the Musical. Anyway, let's continue. So I'll be stopping from time to time to answer your questions, you guys. Don't worry.
Every night I am
I don't know if you guys saw that. There's actually a shadow. There's even the thread has a shadow. It's a bit of a shadow. But that's special effects.
all the work I've done. 'Cause I'd rather lie than allow them to think they've won.
Okay. That thread, my original idea was that when Penelope pulls the thread, the entire thing disintegrates. But then I'm like, I don't want to animate every single strand. I don't want to animate every single strand disintegrating. So I just left it on and just had her take one of the threads. And, it still represents the term unthread. So, uh, okay, let's see. I have advice for your style thing. Hi, the artist! Usually a good way to develop style is taking pieces of artists you like and putting them together. Yeah, that's one good way. Personally, what I started off, like really started in my life as a fan artist. So I copied the styles of anime, Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, Sweet Tales of Saint Tail, Yu Yu Hakusho, mostly 90s anime. And then I also did Marvel and DC, and somehow I managed to combine the two, and that's how I found my style. Basically, kit bash. Do I do all my animations by myself? For the most part, yes. If it's fan animation, in some cases though, I do ask help from my assistants, and when I do make sure to credit them. For Epic the musical, I for the Thunder Saga animation, different beasts, I worked on that alone, and then the rest is with my team. Um, let's see. Thanks, Anna. Um, let's see. Yeah, yeah. There's a whole niche animation side of YouTube where it's just stick figures. Um, let's see. Frankenstein them into your own. Also draw before you animate. Yes, always have a character model sheet when you're animating, just to make sure that your characters are consistent. Let's see. Hi, Aliyah. Yeah, I still do Sailor Mercury. Is my team also a fan of Epic? This is a wonderful question. Okay, Camel Lemsey, without a doubt, already started off as an Epic fan. In fact, I was trying to look for fellow Filipinos who are into Epic and who are animatic creators. And then I looked, I spied on, I stalked Camel Lemsey's YouTube account just to see if there's any indicator if she also used Clip Studio Paint. And then she uses Clip Studio Paint. Okay, I contacted her immediately, and she was happy to be on board, and I'm happy to have her on board. But the rest, Dromisu, Nathan, and Novi, I actually made them watch the past live streams, and they came out as fans. In fact, like in the Vengeance Saga, so they caught up with the Wisdom Saga, and then in the Vengeance Saga, Jay allowed me to let the team hear what we had with the Vengeance Saga, because they need to know what they were into animating, because we were animating the torture scene. So they were happily able to listen to Dangerous and also the 600 Strike. So before everyone else. So yeah, they became Epic fans because because I'm working on Epic. Let's see. How would I build my team? Great question. So with Dromisu is essentially my right hand man. Uh, we first met. We've never met in real life. We first met as fellow colleagues in a local animation upskilling program, and when I put out a request for assistance for my animated short, and he answered. He passed my test, and ever since then we've been very good friends. And he has worked with me since the Wisdom Saga. And then my other team were members of us. Were also part of the studio that I used to work in, and I basically pirated them. So that's how I built my team. Um, let's see. Do you have advice for keeping lighting consistent with animation because it gives me a headache trying to do so? Ah, make sure you have an idea on where the light source is. Um, for you plan it ahead of time. Where is the sun located in this particular scene? And then if there's like a sudden turn, you need to like be very cognizant of where the sun or wherever the light source is. You need to be very very mindful of it. So yeah, just be mindful of that way you can make a consistent light source. Hello, Smithbles. We're still trying to break down the animation. We're still in the first part, and I'm also answering questions here and there. What animation and drawing app do you use? I use Clip Studio Paint EX. I've been using Clip Studio Paint for over a decade, and I love the animation side of things. I've tried animating in Photoshop. It lacks a lot of stuff. Adobe Animate, I have never tried that. I know that it does have some rigging aspects that I am interested in, but I've never tried. Um, let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, I answered all this already. What app do I use to animate? Uh, what do you mean right hand man is human? We've Zoomed called. We've been in Zoom calls, so I know he's human. Do you have tips for animatics, colors, animation, etc.? Um, it's always going to be like in order to keep yourself motivated and to do that, choose a song that touches you the most. Colors, animatics do not require colors. Animation, for the most part, it's wonderful if there's color, but not every animation has to be colored. Um, let's see. Animation wise, copy paste. There's a lot of copy pasting and animation just to make it consistent and to make your life easier. Do I like D&D? My husband plays a lot of D&D. I've been exposed to D&D. I do know D&D terms. I've only played once, and that's only to create my character. And I've never been to a campaign. But I'd love to be in one day when I'm not too busy.
You haven't played D&D, but you have
But I have played Warhammer 40K though. An actual campaign. Um, thank you, Starberry. Let's see. Is animation a full-time job for you? Practically, yeah. Practically. Although I do have full-time work elsewhere in another field of the arts. Um, but since my boss lets me play essentially as long as I do my job, animation is like majority of my work. Uh, you should do another Ask Me Anything stream because the conversation is fun so far. I probably will. I probably will, Gab. And thanks, the artiste. Um, let's see. Uh, what does Epic the Musical teach us? Greet the okay. Favorite song in which saga though? My favorite song is still gonna be like Warrior of the Mind. Okay, let's continue. Oh, here's a tip that I can give. It's not very obvious, but for backgrounds, for the love of God, for backgrounds, draw backgrounds in a big canvas, and you can actually copy paste your backgrounds anywhere else. Um, and also layer your backgrounds. And by layer, I mean example. Okay, this is an example. Okay, so the curtains are a different layer. The table is a different layer. The mirror is a different layer. The bed is a different layer. And so, I was actually able to reuse these elements with this background. Hold on. I just copy pasted that. I just copy pasted that from the previous thing that I did. Even the wall is copy pasted. So as much as possible, copy paste, you guys. There's nothing wrong with not animating every single frame or every single background. Will I do another animatic for the saga? Probably. Probably. What's the main difference between an animatic and an animation? It's okay. An animatic is an type of animation which you intend to polish and turn into a full animation. And how you can tell the difference is usually animatics have choppier animation, are usually not colored, also usually very simple when it comes to their animation. Whereas an animation is the full course meal, essentially. Colors, background, lighting, smoother animation. So that's how you can tell. Mainly, you can actually tell by the colors. Oftentimes, animatics come in monochromatic colors because animatics are actually the roadmap for artists and animators to figure out how to work together in creating the animation. And really, the rule of thumb really is to you can tell by how choppy the animation is, how simplistic the animation is, and if the colors are monochromatic. Uh, let's see. Will I do another animatic for this saga? Did I answer this already? I'm not sure, but probably yeah. Um, how to draw jiggle physics? I actually have an entire live stream about it. I'll probably make that public again one day. It's under Gwendy's classroom playlist. Oh, it already came out, Jacob. It just that's why we're breaking it down. It already came out. What platform? What? I didn't have the audio before, but I do have to ask, what platform do you use? You mean to download the audio? I just downloaded it off YouTube. Uh, let's see. I still remember when you were working on No Longer You, specifically doing the ending where the wind was blowing. Yeah. I do love doing the wind animation. Draw the background, then just add the animation. I said draw them both in one frame. No! Wait. Okay, this is the part where you actually plan out. Hold on. Okay, so when it comes to the backgrounds, if the next scenes require you to be like in the same room, example with this Penelope animation, it would be best if you actually draw the background in a separate canvas, not just in the frame. Draw it in a separate canvas, and then you can, and also layer it. That way you can take some elements and move it around should the background be a different angle. So yeah. So that's, I actually have like for this one I actually did draw the background separately in a separate file. Let's see. Hi Connor, welcome to the live stream. Hi Cho. Oh, I have, well, just a worm of a plan for Would You Fall in Love with Me Again. Just a worm of a plan. Nothing solid just yet. I don't want to make promises. Welcome back, Lemon. Okay, so let me just play this. Okay, this is the part that I'm really excited about. For those of you who watched Suffering, Penelope here is actually looking at her mirror image. And in Suffering, Sirenelope is a mirror image of her. The bangs are... Okay, let me just play this so we can get to the part. Hi, David Rose.
but I don't know how.
Okay, so this is a mirror image of Cyrenelope from my Suffering animatic. The pauldron is in a different is basically placed wrong. The bangs are in the wrong way. So yeah, I actually made sure that that was gonna happen. Oh, but in Epic she's brunette, and I think I've always planned for her to be brunette. I could show you my character design from like way back when, but yeah, I've always made her brunette. Okay, so this is her essentially confronting Cyrenelope. Hi, Dylan. Okay, let's see.
How much longer I'll last since we saw that storm.
Okay, this part, I really did enjoy making this one. Uh, this one is just a few frames of Penelope, like maybe like 5 frames, I guess. But I used keyframing or tweening. So it was just a still image of Penelope, or just a few animations of Penelope, few frames of animations for Penelope, and then I used keyframing or tweening to move her up and down as if she's walking. And I used the same technique for the background to make it move. That way, it looks like she's actually walking, but she's not. She's just in place, just moving up and down as if she's walking. So yeah, keyframing is definitely helpful in making your animation smooth and making it look like she's walking when she's actually not. I used to like have my characters move up and down, like literally every frame. I move it up a step, move it down a step. It was crazy until I figured out how to do the tweening. Let's see. Was it hard to draw the back reflection of Penelope? Not really. It's something that I'm used to. Like I've done a lot of reflection images back in my day as a comic book artist. Hello, Peppermint Dog. Hello, Ducky. Let's see. The challenge should have been like Squid Games, wherever fails the challenge. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lemon. I really enjoyed doing the background for this. It's just too bad that we don't actually get to see the details because it's blurry. But those are supposed to be trees over here. That's not just mountain sides or island sides. Those are trees with yellow flowers. What's it like to work with Jay? Asks Aurora. He's a wonderful human being. He's so passionate about his work. He's like a ball of friggin' sunshine. So working with him has been one of the best experiences of my life, and I can say that very proudly. I can say that very loudly. He is wonderful to work with. Like his energy is so infectious. It's always like every time we're on a call, it's always like we're always laughing. um let's see. Yeah, you don't have to like you don't have to conform to what other people are doing with Penelope. It's just that I just pictured her as brunette. Um in fact, like I gave her golden eyes. I literally gem. I know about Squid Games, but I haven't watched it yet. Thank you, M Wonder. Uh Thanks, Chapik. Thank you, Chapik. Let's see. Um Oh, it's totally fine to make them a different hair color. Don't stop yourself from making, like, if you're gonna be making fan art, don't stop yourself by making them any other hair color. Uh, I used like a long frame copy paste background because I was like, oh yeah, this background right here. That's copy. That's I used like a what do you call this? A symmetrical ruler, so that way I'll just draw on one side. And then after that, I copy pasted it so that way it looks like a seamless background. But that's all repeating. These are all repeating drawings. Just copy pasted and stuff. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Line of action. Website to learn to draw fast and develop muscle memory. Okay, here it is. Line of action is the website to learn to draw fast and develop muscle memory. Um, so about Jay, like the kind of person you see on his TikToks and his videos, that's exactly the kind of person he is. He's so genuine. Um, let's see. Uh, did you get more sneak peeks of songs when you did the animatics for live streams than we did, or did you get the full song? It depends. In Thunder Saga, I just got the snippet. In Wisdom Saga, I just got the snippet. Vengeance Saga, I got all the songs. Because Jay was actually, except for I'm Not Sorry for Loving You, because that's already a demo that has already been out. So I told Jay I already know this song. But he made me listen to the entire album because he wasn't sure at the time which song to give me. So he wanted me to listen to all of them, hear him talk about the story. That way I can figure out which song I gravitate to the most. Um, let's see. Let's see. Um, I love that the first time I heard about Epic the Musical was from you showing me the first two songs on Twitch. Oh, that was you. Oh, right, literally, Gem. So have you like listened to the entire thing since then? Let's see. Oh yeah, Athena's eyes are canonically gray. Um, in regards to traditional to digital, you can transition. One way to first transition is really just simply take a picture of your drawing, maybe a line art, and then start trying to color it in a free app like Ibis Paint. Yeah, I hope Jay does a fan meet one day. Let's see. If you could meet one of the gods, Hermes. Hello, I. Let's see. I started as a traditional artist, and then I transitioned to digital after well, that was back in the early days of digital cameras. So yeah, Krita as well is a good program to start. Oh, okay. I haven't checked my DMs in Instagram. I'll probably check it later. Um, okay. So let's continue. Water is so friggin' hard to animate, so please forgive the animation. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Oh, could it be?
Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you guys see that? Let me like bring it back. Did you see that? Even though, unlike Sirenelope, Penelope is not very well endowed. I did give her a bit. Just a little bit. That's jiggle physics on Penelope. Blink and you'll miss it. You have to go frame by frame. Maybe I'll give you guys a quick lesson on jiggle physics. Just a very quick lesson. I saw a mistake. Ah, crap, I can't correct it. Anyway, just a quick lesson on jiggle physics. When you're first starting, it starts with the anticipation of the action. So anticipation. So she's moving down. And then she goes up. Okay, when she goes up, the jiggles go down. Because gravity and the force is pulling down the weight, right? So there's still a little bit of a pull there. And then once she goes back down a little bit, the jiggles stay up and separated just a little bit. And then they come together. The twins meet in the middle before they settle back to their normal state. So essentially when I do jiggle physics, I actually have like 5 frames of animation. Maybe one day I'll actually make a video about it. like a short video, because my live stream about a blow by blow account on how to do jiggle physics is very, very long. So yeah. Let's see. That is an Athene Noctua owl. Initially, I started doing this as a barn owl or a snowy white owl, but then I thought I wanted to be Athena's actual owl. So um, I had hubby help me researching on the Athene Noctua owl, and I painstakingly colored the thing just to make it look like the Noctua owl. Is the owl challenging for you to draw? Not really. It was just one. We found a reference image that's almost similar to this angle, and also it's just one image. I just used some keyframing to make the owl move. It's not even flapping its wings. Uh, literally, Gem. That is literally my fan animation about why Odysseus instantly knew it wasn't his wife. It's actually, or rather, it's more like he knew it because his wife is flat, is flatter than the siren. Hardest song to draw, Odysseus, because it was so long. It was done in 2 weeks. Odysseus was the time that I had it was really the hardest time that I had ever working on an animation. Um, was in your mind Athena watching over Telemachus or also Penelope? Also Penelope. This is kind of like inspired from Legendary, where when Telemachus says, "Come and give me a sign," and then we hear Penelope's motif. In this case, when she says some kind of sign, she sees the Noctua owl. So I wanted there to be a connection, a connective tissue between mother and son, and Athena. Athena's watching over them. Let me see. Uh, in my head, it's Athena. Yes, but yeah, 2 weeks initially. Okay, with Vengeance Saga Odysseus. Um, Technically it was 4 weeks, but 2 weeks was spent with barely any contact with Jabe due to some issues with the internet in Greece. And it wasn't until the final 2 weeks before the premiere that he was able to contact me, and we were able to hammer down the entire detail and really work side by side almost on finishing up 3 minutes and 23 seconds of animation. So that's why I'm so thankful to my team. If it wasn't for my team, we would never have been able to pull that off. Like never. It's probably the a record for me now. Like 3 minutes 23 seconds in 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Oh, about the clouds, that's a pre-made brush. I cannot draw beautiful clouds like that. So that's like a great thing about Clip Studio Paint. Because it has like an entire library of thousands upon thousands of brushes. I'm not being paid to say this. It's just that I have been using the program for well over a decade, and I love it. You can download almost every brush under the sun that you need. And this is a cloud brush. I just basically plop, click, and then there it is. Also, if you plan on getting Clip Studio Paint EX, get the EX version if you're planning to animate. And if digital painting, get the Pro version. It's a lot cheaper. And especially watch out for their sale, because sometimes they can have sales for up to 60% off. So yeah, it's Clip Studio Paint EX. Oh yeah, that spinning shot with Eurymachus, that was a team effort. I really love that the team worked together because okay, the way we achieved it is first I did Jay sent me, well, initially I roughed it out on my own and it was so hard. So Jay sent me a reference video which you saw in his platforms, and then he brought it back to me, and then I did a rough animation, and then based on that rough animation my team drew the body. They brought it back to me and I not drew, they inked the body. They brought it back to me, and then I inked the head because I'm very particular about the face. And then I brought it back to them for color. They brought it back to me for post production, and that's how that scene was made. Um, it's definitely inspired, but it was by Jay's orders. Jay wanted that 360 shot. So yeah, I'm working on auditions. I like how it looks right now, but okay. Guys, if you want to check out Queen of Randoms, wait, your work in progress is already in your YouTube. Is it already in YouTube, right? Okay. Hi, Blizzard. Let's see. My yeah, I already. Oh, this is just playing one of the suitors. Uh, my favorite example of rotoscoping is with the games. Oh yeah, I've actually enjoyed rotoscoping a lot lately. Let's see. Okay. Let's continue. We'll be sure to check it later, Queen of Random. Yeah, let's see. Okay, this is the part that I really want to show, especially those who are animating. Okay. You think that's smooth? You really think that's smooth? Look at this. Look at this. Copy pasted. See? That's the same drawing. And I just copy pasted the in-betweens. See? It's the same. That is a technique that you can actually utilize as your in-betweens. Because who's gonna see it? You're too engrossed looking at the animation. You're not gonna see it unless you do this. See? It's got all copy pasted. So, if you can cut corners, do so. There are no shortcuts to dreams, but there's a lot of shortcuts in animation. Yeah, the only ones to see are other animators. That is true. Because really, what matters in animation is your audience. And your audience is not going to nitpick every single frame. A lot of them are there to enjoy it. And yeah, it is going to save time. Yes, Annalise, it definitely saves a lot of time. See? Copy paste. Copy paste. Just move it around. Okay. And if you can utilize still frames, that would also be great. I know that this one shows... It doesn't really show her opening it. It just shows that it's sliding open, right? I'm not even animating her opening it. But it already conveys... It already conveys what I want to convey, right? So it really doesn't matter. Don't be essentially what I say is don't be too hung up on the details. Especially if it's just fan work. Of course, when you have a client, you have to be very detail oriented. But if it's just fan work, you're putting it out there for free for people to enjoy. Don't stress yourself out. And just focus on telling a good story. How do you zoom in on animation? Oh, Clip Studio Paint EX actually has this thing called 2D cameras. And you can keyframe the 2D cameras to zoom in. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So more in between, the smoother the animation. Yes, that is absolutely correct, Gabrielle. The more drawings in between the two key poses, the smoother the animation. Free drawing apps. Flip a Clip is free. Ibis Paint, Krita, yeah. Oh, okay. If it's off screen, it's off my list of tasks. Yes. Also, I don't know if you guys notice right there, Telemachus's spear is spears. Yeah, but I know one of them. These are not copy pasted. One of them is, I think this one, if I recall correctly, is Telemachus's spear.
time for the challenge.
Also, nobody noticed, but look, that urn, that shroud, that little basket, copy pasted from Penelope's room. But the scene goes so fast, nobody notices it. Okay, let me just check the chat.
The challenge I arranged, though I never
Also, another reused background, except I'm moving it in a different direction because, of course, she's moving in a different direction.
thought that it would come to this. Just
Also, the reason why I had Penelope happier here is because she's hopeful. I wanted to show a more playful side of her. I wanted to show that she's hopeful that Odysseus is coming home because in the myth she knew that in 20 years Odysseus would be coming. She also saw that from the start that the storm is no longer there. And she saw the owl. So she's taking these as signs that Odysseus is coming. So she's excited. She's back to being giddy and girly. You know, after being touch starved for so long, finally she'll be able to touch her husband's face again. So those things you won't be able to help but smile, even in the face of such danger with the suitors. At least in that one moment alone, she smiles. Let's see. Oh yeah, Mark, definitely. The rule of thumb with animation is that you don't animate more, you animate less. Why did Odysseus leave the bow at home? I believe it was too special to carry around in battle. I don't know, I could be wrong. Yeah, the first real smile in years. Let's see. Uh, Symmetry tool. Yes, yes, L. I used the symmetry tool. Look at that. Those two guards are exactly the same guards. The doors are both exactly the same. I just drew one side. Look at that. I just changed the color, but that's the same guard. Let's see. Let me see. Let me just play it. Notice their actions.
buying you time.
It's the exact same action because it's just symmetry. It's a symmetry tool. And then another use of the symmetry tool. Both sides I just drew one side. The background is just one side drawn. The men are just one side drawn. So you gotta, use the tools that you have to make things faster. Let's see. I love the little details and how you make such choices that might seem a little bit, but do help convey what you want, and reusing stuff and the stuff that you might not notice at first. Yes, exactly. And also, yes, I'm glad you noticed the color changing. So the way my headspace is at is with Penelope, we still get like vibrant colors because that's how she is as a person in the inside. And then she reaches the suitor's den, essentially. So I made it look like, the reds. I chose the reds because I see your palace covered in red. Essentially, I'm also seeing it as, oh, your palace is like swarming with these suitors, and red is usually a negative color. Usually, red is still love and passion, but it can also be violence and anger and war and rage. And I wanted to embody that in the suitors. Also, it's not very noticeable here, but I made the place look really grimy and unkempt because the suitors are having like the party almost every day, and they are not taking care of the palace, and the maids are too afraid to come in and clean after them for the most part. So it's not very visible, but it's really grimy in there. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, red is a negative, and I wear it. I wear it with pride. Do these backgrounds take a long time to draw? Yes. I try to find shortcuts as much as possible. Like example, Miko, simple background, probably an hour, I guess. I think this one took me an hour to draw background for this one. Um, but the symmetry tool definitely helped. I just drew one side and it immediately draws the other side. That's why it's like super symmetrical. Even like the tatters are very symmetrical. Um, I did okay. I know that we're talking about the challenge, but in Odysseus animatic, you might want to check it back again. It got past J. Melanthius actually no longer has limbs by the time Odysseus was done with him. Anyway, moving on. Anyone find this scene familiar? I have been talking about this in the past, but does anyone find this scene familiar? Some of you probably know already, but yeah, I talk about this a lot. Every color is negative due to every color has something that can use it. True, that's true. Hi, Balaz. I like the room is literally full of suitors. They were around 100, 108 actually. Um, okay, this particular scene is inspired from Sarabi, from Lion King. Sarabi's walk through the hyenas. So there was a scene wherein Scar calls for Sarabi, Sarabi, and then Sarabi like raises her head and just regally walks through this aisle full of hyenas. So yes, this is based off of Lion King, and yeah, I wanted her to stand out. I could have actually colored the men their own different colors, but I really wanted Penelope to stand out, so I chose red and black and gray to convey the suitors. So yeah. Okay, some is something over here. Just gonna go back a little bit. So she's raising her head. The suitors are singing. I know this is something about the music. The suitors are singing. She's raising her head, singing above them because none of them can match her. It's only Odysseus. Interestingly enough, when she sings, "Oh, buying you time," we actually hear Odysseus in the background singing Penelope. But you're gonna have to find the instrumental, the unofficial instrumentals, to actually hear Odysseus sing Penelope along with her. Also, this shot of her in the aisle with the suitors on either side of her. If you guys have seen my animatic for King Odysseus, we have the exact same shot with Odysseus walking through an aisle of dead suitors. So this is essentially like my connective tissue towards Odysseus, the song Odysseus. Let's see. To be fair, the suitors are almost like rabid hyenas. They're wild dogs, essentially. Let's see. Yeah, the trail of bodies, yes. Okay, next. So, I know the bow is supposed to be heavy, but I just wanted to be able to showcase the bow. The bow is based off of a Palintonus bow. a rather old and probably inaccurate depiction of the Palintonos bow, but it's the only thing I could find online about it. So I know that you guys probably saw the video that I made. This has been an ongoing issue about accuracy in a musical where Odysseus flies around in a windbag jetpack. But it is what it is. And I'm going to say it right now. I chose the Palintonos bow. In fact, I did not just choose the Palintonos bow. I got that friggin' illustration. I overlaid it on top of my animation frame, and I traced it. Okay, guys, it's okay to trace, but you need to make sure to be ethical about it. And by ethical, I mean you don't trace over other people's artworks, then recolor it, and then claim it as your own. But if we're looking for, let's say, guns, or like, that's a terrible example. Let's say weapons. You want an accurate weapon. You want an accurate flower. You want an accurate decoration. It's absolutely okay to trace. You want an accurate building. Go ahead and trace. So ethical tracing is all good. So this one was actually traced off of that illustration of a Palintonos bow, down to the minute details. That's why it's not symmetrical at all. You saw it get traced on stream, yes, madam. Okay, let me just spell it. It's Palintonos bow. That's how it's spelled. Let's see. And I feel like okay, Penelope knew that Odysseus was gonna come home in 20 years. That's why she waited. The soothsayer already told her that Odysseus was coming home. Like years before. Like I believe she was told that, okay, if Odysseus goes to war, he won't come home until 20 years later. So she knew. Which is why I don't know where people are getting this information that Penelope sat at the end of the axis to let the suitors unalive her because she'd rather die than be without Odysseus. I already checked with Arwen official, who is creating a musical of her own called All Fall Together, which is a musical about the Iliad, but from the point of view of the Trojans. And we looked up on her translation. We couldn't find it anywhere, so I don't know where people are getting this. So if you could direct me to a translation where Penelope does actively try to off herself, I want to read it because I do not believe that that's the case. But it's been brought up so many times, so I had to address it. Let's see. Hi, holy moly. Me tracing dog faces to practice drawing muscles. That's a great way to start. Definitely. Let's see. Yeah, I know I'm close to talking about the axis. Okay, Aurora, thank you so much. Okay, let's continue.
And shoot through 12 axes cleanly.
Okay. I know everyone wants, like, I know you guys probably want to know how I did this. Because that is something that I get a lot. How in the world did you do this? Let me see if I can actually pull out the I know it looks 3D. Let me see if I can actually pull out After Effects, because this is the only scene that I did in After Effects, because it's the only way to do it. It's not 3D. There's only one axe. I layered each and every single one of those axes until there are 12 axes layered one on top of the other. And then I put a 3D camera inside the hole and I zoomed it out. That's the basic explanation. So it's 2D axis drawn and layered in a 3D camera. Yes. So let me see if I can open up that file. Okay, I did not actually prepare it. But let me see. The challenge. Adobe After Effects. Okay. This is a small file, so I should be able to open it without problems. Hi, Azella. Because I'd love for you guys to see exactly how this is done. I know that I've actually seen like one or two or three people who attempted to do this shot. I'm not sure what program they're using. But yeah, this is me revealing to the world that I did this in Adobe After Effects. Thank you, Azalea. Thank you. Hello, Thorn. Okay. It's loading at the moment. Hopefully, my PC doesn't crash. Okay, let's just wait for it to load. No. Okay, hold on. Why is it not showing at all? Hold on, you guys. It's just loading up a bit because this is very complex file. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna put that here. Window capture AE. After Effects. Okay, I know it's auto-populating right now. And I know it looks wonky, but that's the only way I can show you guys without it crashing on me. You see that? You see those purple lines over there? All those purple lines are the axis. The ones in the left side of the screen. Those purple lines are the layered axis. That little pink box there is the 3D camera. So right now the 3D camera is like zoomed in on the layer where Penelope is. And then hold on, let's see if we can pull it back a little bit. So you see that? You see the pink box moving? That's the 3D camera, so it moves out. And then there are some people asking, are those really 12 axis? They look like there's more. It's literally 12 axis. I counted. So that's basically how this shot works. And just move it like that. Now you know. Let me just close this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and check the chat for a little bit. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Thanks, Alwyn. Oh, probably on Blender. I'm still trying to learn Blender. Oh my god, Blender's a lot more complicated for me than compared to After Effects. Thank you, AG. Yeah, there's a depth of field option as well. Julia, my cousin Julia is here. Julia, who introduced me to Epic. Welcome to the live stream. We're just breaking down my animation for the challenge, and we just reached the access scene. Also, I know that this is probably not the most accurate axe. In some interpretations, it's the handle. There's a hole in the handle. In some interpretations, you actually have to remove the handle and shoot through the hole where the handle was. And then in some interpretations, it's like this, but a different shape, like a triangle or something else. I just chose a circle because it's just easier for me. And also, especially with the shot, this particular shot. I tried it initially with the rectangle, or wait, not a rectangle, a triangular shape, but you can actually see the axis when in this shot. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
My husband's on bow.
So when I tried with the rectangular or triangular hole, you could actually see the axe partially over here. Because, of course, a triangle would have one part be narrower. So the best option for me really was to use a circular hole. And, for aesthetics. And I chose the axe heads it's themselves to have the holes because I was inspired by the TSG logo. I was also inspired by a few videos that I saw online. Plus, it was the best way to tell the story visually on how the challenge works. So that's why I chose it. Let's see. Let me just check the chat. Let's see. Thanks, Julia. Do I plan to do my own fanon version in my style? Probably just snippets because I did most of the official one already. So probably snippets of Odysseus, especially the ones that are left in the cutting room floor because it was too violent. No problem, Mako. I actually one of the things that I really want to do is to teach people. Teaching runs in my family lineage. Like my grandma was a teacher, my mom is a teacher, and I've always wanted to be a teacher. So if I become an animation trainer, that would be a dream. Let's see. Have a nice rest, literally, Gem. Why are my eyes and my soul so heavy? Let's see. Thanks, African Display. Okay, let's continue with this one.
Through 12 axes cleanly will be the new king.
Okay. So, you guys already saw the animation, right? But just remember this scene and this scene. Just remember that. Also, again, reused backgrounds. I reused this because the backgrounds, I blur it out to add a depth of field, but also to hide the fact that it's very highly pixelized. So blur it. Gaussian blur the thing. Lens blur the thing in order for it to still appear good while at the same time making your characters pop out. What other songs do you plan on doing animatics for? Underworld is next. Different Beast is not in the highest list of priorities, but it's gonna be made. Also a few others. So let's see. Okay, this one is already very heavily resized. So I can see the pixelations a little bit. Probably not in your end, but the scene moves so fast that people will not notice it. So if you can blur your backgrounds, go for it. Let's see. I overabuse the blur function from animation because why not? Yes, exactly. Also, like blurry backgrounds, bokeh. In other words, it really makes the eyes focus on the characters and makes it pop. Okay, Azella, have a great lunch. Thank you, Deadman. Welcome back, Aurora. Hello, Lloyd Elijah.
And rule with me as his queen.
Also reused background. Okay, at this point, Penelope already is in her dream sequence or nightmare, almost like daymare sequence. These are actually two separate renders. So I rendered this normal one's this normal one, and I did another render with a different color. So it's kind of hard to explain. Um, because this is like post production work, compositing. I do most of my compositing in CapCut. So this was not done in CapCut. This was in the app that I was using.
Let the air
Okay, this is the same as my. This is almost exactly the same as my animatic. I did not change it just to save time. Like it already conveys what I want to convey anyway. Let's see.
will fly once you know that your aim is true.
Okay. So this particular scene, this particular sequence, I was actually having a hard time trying to figure out how to best convey it, and then eventually I decided, okay, I'm just gonna have it so that way the suitors are out to essentially kill her. I mean, she knew that they weren't after her. They were after her throne, or rather her husband's throne. Um, and that the second they can, they would get rid of her.
Once you know that your aim is true. 'Cause I'd rather die.
I don't know if you guys noticed again. All these suitors copy pasted. The arrows are the only thing that's it's in a different layer. And since it's a dream sequence, I can do with the arrows whatever I want. So the suitors are all copy pasted, but all rendered in different times. So that way they don't shoot together all at once. So there's a few delays here and there. Oh, is Gabrielle going? Bye, Gabrielle. Uy, Gabrielle, take care of yourself. TikTok is back. CapCut is back, I think. Ricardo. Uh, let's see. What was the funniest moment that happened while working with Jay? Oh my gosh! Okay, this has got to be the funniest moment. In recent memory. Um, so we were talking about the Yurimaka scene, and then that was the time that when Yurimaka said okay, Yurimaka said like open arms, right? And I told Jay my idea for it, and he was so shocked by the violence that I suggested that he covered his mouth and froze for nearly a minute. And I just found that really funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I will never forget Jay's expression. I told Julia about this. She knows about this. Oh my god. Wait. Where are you located, Queen? I know it was initially banned, and there are other countries that are actually having trouble downloading some TikTok and CapCut due to some of the servers being connected to the American servers. So yeah, it could be. Favorite song from the musical? Oh, of course, Warrior of the Mind. Um, Thank you, Frog. Thank you so much. Ricardo. I can't exactly say that my husband is here. He's the only one I can say that to. I want to hear what you said. Okay, rather than me telling you guys what I told Jay, that is gonna be probably the first snippet I'll release as a fan animation. That way you'll know why he got so shocked. Original scene looked like before Jorge gave you his reference video. It was really choppy. Like a choppy animation, and it was just repeating frames, and I did not like it at all. So thank goodness Jorge decided to like, okay, I'm gonna make a reference video because I didn't want to have him make a reference video because I know that he was too busy. Um, like I have so many reference videos, like an entire library of reference videos from Jorge, and I will treasure them forever. Okay, so let's continue.
Then grow old without the best of you, though.
Okay, let me just go back to that scene. Hubby and I actually had a huge argument about this.
Yeah.
We had a huge argument about this because initially I wanted something else, he wanted something else, and I'm like, who's animating here anyway? So this is just a representation of the arrows, made to look also like spears. Um, and there's like, I don't want to go into it too much, but yeah.
Without the best of you, though.
I wanted her to be at the center of the attack, essentially. So I know that it's not like in with physics, it's not possible, but it was the one way that I could depict it that looks aesthetically pleasing, and at the same time it looks I want to say disturbing, but horrifyingly beautiful. So I had her at the middle of all these arrows. How did I get in contact with Jay? TikTok. People were tagging him, mass tagging him in my videos, and one day in May 2024, he just suddenly friended me, and then a few days later, he contacted me, and the rest is history.
Hello, my friend.
Like, hello, my friend. Like, I'm freaking out. Oh my gosh. Yuri Marcus was not supposed to die immediately, guys. I even have like the animation of him like choking on the arrow while still managing to stand. And Odysseus would cut him down, and then Odysseus would attack the other suitors in the area. The Odysseus animation was supposed to be a lot longer. It's just that we didn't have time. And there were so many like violent stuff that had to be cut out. I remember the one time the feedback that Jay gave me was like, "No head." And and the reason for that is because the time where Melanthius' head was decapitated, Odysseus was supposed to like drop the head next to the body, and the head was supposed to roll. And Jay was like, "No head." Where is he?
That's what she said. No one heard it.
It looked. Oh, I know violence. Oh, there's so many scrapped ideas. So many scrapped ideas.
So many.
I might probably be able to make like an entire fan animation of it. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, and so the original was so violent. Okay. Anyway, let me just go ahead and
The recoil.
What?
He did the parang
What recoil?
he recoils yung while talking to you. Parang napa-attract siya dun sa...
Oh, Jay. No, he didn't physically recoil when I told him about Eurymachus.
No, not your remark sa you.
Oh, well, that's different. That's different. Okay, let me see. Then you horrify the man that had his character. Jay loves violence, but he is also scared of Gundy's ideas. I think the Eurymachus suggestion is the one that made him realize, oh, okay, I picked the right artist for the job, but I need to hold her back. There was even supposed to be a garrote scene. We call it the garrote scene. You know that scene where there were three suitors, and then one of the suitors the last suitor to die there got dragged into the darkness. One of the suitors before him was supposed to be garroted.
Pull
Like
up from
a noose was supposed to like go down, wrap around his neck, and he gets pulled up into the rafter or the ceiling essentially. That was one of the scenes. Okay, so let me check. The way the colors in the start were so bright when she entered the room full of suitors that went dark, and then when she had the flashback memory of Odie, that yes, exactly, exactly. Thanks for noticing that. Um, the color changes were okay. Let's see. So it starts with black. Okay, so let me just go back here. So again, this is two separate. Well, not two separate. Yeah, it's two separate renders. One with a black background and one with a white background. And this is the cloak that I was talking about that was woven by Penelope for him, at least in my fan animation. And notice how Penelope's wrinkles disappear in this dream sequence. It just, boom, it's gone. Because at this point in time, she is now imagining herself and Odysseus back when they were together 20 years ago. I love how handsome you made Odysseus look in all of your animatics. Yeah. She's already like imagining her, or rather in her head, yeah. She's imagining herself to be 20 years younger. So the lines are gone. Remember when I said about Penelope being touch starved? Look at her caressing her husband's face. Oh my god, you guys, there's just so many frames in this one. Like, it took me such a long time to finish. And yes, the owl brooch. Yes, exactly. Thanks, Alwyn. And of course, I had to put the near kiss. I had to. I absolutely have to. I can't help myself. Oh, it's okay, Queen. It's okay. Thanks so much for hanging out. Um, but yeah, this was both. I have a love hate relationship with this entire sequence. I love it because it's I, even okay, guys. I know I do a lot of the violent stuff in the official epic, the musical animations. Okay, I know I do that, but I'm a girly girl. I also love soft things. I want to be cutesy and demure, and I want to animate the romancing scenes and stuff like that. So if I couldn't do it officially, I'll at least do my best to do it in my fan stuff. Okay. Okay, Lemon. Bye. Um, let's see. I remember calling it the scene 605. Yeah. I also found like a technique about coloring. That's why I was able to color this on my own. Um, I was able to find a coloring technique to make it like to make myself work faster. Yearning for a kiss that is not yet to be. Yes. Oh my God, Anna, that's such a beautiful way to put it. I cried when they didn't kiss, but you broke my heart again. There are two sides to the coin, Annalise. There are two wolves inside of us. Let's see. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let me see if you guys can catch that. So this was them like 20 years ago. And then, okay, this one, you see, Penelope was still imagining. And then when she's back to reality, she's back to being her older self. The lines are, the eye lines are back. gonna I like a bit of violence from time to time, but I also like soft romance between characters. Yes. Penelope only wait a couple of hours. Yes. Yeah, that's her again with the touches. So if you notice within the first part of the animation, we don't see her face. We see mostly her hands and her touching anything that reminds her of Odysseus. So this one, she's gripping the bow hard. That is Odysseus's bow. And then, of course, we see
Never thought that it would end like this.
that was the very last time that we see her face. After this, you can't see her face anymore. Just like in the first part of this animation, we don't see her face, then we gradually see all the range of her emotions. Because we are seeing Penelope. But now, she's back to hiding her true self. Back to hiding all the pain, all the longing, and just taking on her role as this regal queen waiting for her husband to come home. So one last touch. And of course, I needed to do the lip sync, of course. What the? Sorry. Okay, sorry. I clicked the wrong thing. I gotta go back. I told you guys to remember that shot, right? That shot with the arrow or with the camera moving through the axis was never meant to represent an arrow. Odysseus was at the end of that axe, the other end. In the other end, there's Penelope. In the other end is Odysseus. And Odysseus is looking at Penelope through the holes in the axis. To be together, they have a challenge between them. It's not just the arrows. I mean, it's not just the axis that represent the it's not just the axis thing. There is like a whole world of challenges that they have to go through to be together. You can say that technically she saw him, or she maybe she did not. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But Odysseus definitely saw her. Through the challenges that Odysseus is gonna go through, he had his sights set on Penelope. He had his sights set on going home to the woman he loves the most in the world. He had his eyes on the prize, essentially. And that is reuniting with the one he loves the most. So, this idea actually came from, not from me. This came from Rebel of the Sea, or whom I fondly call as Marie. Because when I first presented the rough animation, she was like, oh my god, was that the arrow shot, the axis shot meant to represent Odysseus looking through the axis at Penelope? And I'm like, I did not mean for that to happen, but now that you mention it, it's canon now. So it is canon thanks to Rebel C, or also known as Marie. Odysseus. So this is like the representation of all the challenges between them. So yeah. And let's continue. Okay, I gotta go back. A little bit. Okay, no, this. He almost reached her too. He's been trying to hold back on like reaching her, but it got to a point wherein Odysseus saw her the way she held the bow. Odysseus saw the way she was longingly touching the bow. And he just felt this utter need to comfort his wife. To tell her, I'm here. Excuse me. To tell her she's not alone. But there are obstacles between them. Not just the axis, but now the suitors are an obstacle between them. So Odysseus literally has to go through the suitors to get to Penelope. I love metaphors, you guys. I love metaphors. I love symbolism. And I try to add that in my animations. I just love telling stories through visuals. What can I say? Also, there are exactly 108 suitors that are being drawn here. Because that's a symmetrical ruler tool, I drew 54 suitors all in all. Times 2, that's 108. That's 108, right? 54 times 2.
54 times?
54 times 2, 108.
Mm-mm,
Yeah,
108.
okay. So I literally drew 108 suitors. Copy pasted suitors, yes. No, technically I didn't copy paste it. Like in one side, I drew the suitors, and then it automatically draws the other side. Let me just get some coffee. Yeah, I know, Azalia. People have been saying that. Odysseus was in his birthday suit. I love that Odysseus in the background with the red cloak, which distinguishes him from the other suitors. Yes, I wanted him to. I wanted people to be able to like actually see him. Um, Words of advice or encouragement. Um, Let me think. I already gave some advice about life is not a race; it's a marathon. Um, Live in the moment. I know I said this earlier, but just live in the moment. And while you're in that moment, you take steps to be the best person that you can be. Because in life, what we can do is to either bring positivity or negativity in life. And that can affect both yourself and others around you. But if you put your best foot forward and just essentially be kind, a little bit of kindness will go a long way. That's it. Um, let's see. In the Odyssey, Odo actually talks to Penelope in disguise and tells her to go along with the challenge idea. And yeah, I remember that in OSP. The OSP one, Annalise. Hello, Warrior Cat. Let's see. Hi, Merlin. Yeah, I didn't copy anything. I drew half of them, and I literally drew half of them. Uh, let's see. Hello, Picneen. Hi, Tim. I missed the way you had Penelope's hand shaking when she held the bow. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, when I tried to redo it, I couldn't quite capture the shaking. I don't know why. So, and I was already pressed for time because I already promised people that I would be launching this on the 20th. So I'm like, do I really want to spend a lot of time making sure that I get the shaking right and not be able to make the 20th? So I had to like make a choice. Uh, let's see. Amazing amount of patience and motivation to draw. I was not using my brain, Warrior Cat. Like literally. Okay, here's the thing. You draw long enough, and your hand will somehow develop a brain of its own. So while I was doing this, I was actually watching Death Note, the animated series. And then I was just one hand was just drawing, the other hand is just my eyes were tuned into Death Note while one hand was drawing, and then the other eye is like looking from time to time at my periphery to make sure that I'm still drawing properly. Comes with decades of experience, I guess. Okay, let me just go back a little bit. Another copy pasted stuff. The only thing moving from Penelope here is just her skirt. So, and then of course, just with the tweening and the keyframing, having her move slightly up and down to give the illusion of walking. And then I was supposed to draw the background here as well, but I wanted this time around we're in like almost like Odysseus' POV. And I wanted to show how Penelope is his light. Like she's the light to his darkness or something or another. And then the doors close. Everything turns dark. And that, my friends, is the challenge that has been a long time coming. Like, I've been working on this since April. And finally finished. Death Note mentioned very much in character, yes. I love Death Note and I love Death Note the musical. Oh my gosh. Hi, Wisdom Dragons. Let's see. Amazing job with drawing your marks in the Ithaca Saga and Odysseus with the 360 shot. Thanks, Pikmin. I really did enjoy that. That was a complete team effort. Okay, let me just close this for a bit. 12 obstacles stood between Odysseus and so the 12 axes represent all that perfectly. Yes. No problem, Mark, and thank you so much for hanging out. How many times did you cry listening to these songs? I started crying in with I Can't Help But Wonder, and then I just bawled during Would You Fall in Love with Me Again. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Let's see. Is the Penelope at the end coming from what? I'm not sure I understand the question. Thanks, Connor. Thank you so much for the support as well. You're really good at giving trauma. Tog, you promised me you'd watch Hamilton if I finish Underworld, and Underworld is actually going to be next on my list. Well, after I do Stories from Styx, because I'm doing Stories from Styx. Thank you, guys. Okay, since I also mentioned Underworld, I am actually going to show you guys Underworld, or what has been the progress of it so far. Let me see, Underworld. This is no longer you. Where's Underworld? I'm not sure if this is the one. Okay, let me just wait. Oh yeah, it's the latest one. Okay. Yes, you have a buffer with Stories from Styx, Tog. Yes. Yes, I'm also working with Casper's themed album musical called Stories from Styx. I have not done Ruthlessness yet. I'm not sure if I will. But if I will, I'll probably draw a Poseidon like with long hair, but then he ties it into he ties it into a man bun. Yes, the one with Anticlea. So let me just show it to you guys.
Friends, Cersei's instructions were clear. No matter what we hear, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. My comrades, this land confuses your mind. So no matter who we find, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. Good. All I hear are screams infant from that night. I keep thinking of the infant from that night.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place where we can light up the world, here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Oh, jeez. That voice. It can't be. Mom?
Odysseus, when you come home, I'll be waiting. Even if you're the last thing I see, I'll be
I'm
waiting.
right here, Mom. Can't you see? I'm waiting.
Did you guys notice the hand? Yes, Anna. I reused the hand. I reused the hand for Odysseus reaching out for his mom. The same hand animation for him reaching out for Penelope. But you can still expect some more emotional damage because I have not even begun to have given you guys emotional damage with that animatic. It will not be colored because I wanted to stay consistent with my No Longer You animatic. If you've seen that, it's gonna be the end results are gonna be similar to what No Longer You looks like. So I'm taking my time with this one. Art app do I use? Clip Studio Paint EX. Oh my gosh, I want the moment with Anticlea to be a maximum impact. So you can expect more from that. Uh, the blood of the lamb is what they used, Dylan. Because in some myths, I believe that was several animal sacrifices, one of them being a lamb. So yeah, it's what I live for, Azalea. Anyway, you guys, I think I just have a few more minutes. So if you have, now's the time to ask questions. I'll be answering just a few more, and then I'll call it a day. But I'll probably start working on stories from Stick Stuff offline because while I am very much able to talk about my involvement, I cannot talk about the minute details, and also, of course, I can't show you exactly what I'm working on. That's a surprise. Okay, Catherine, I'll try to remember. Is this your ideal red carpet event look? Yes. Well, actually, it's the this particular avatar. I only ever used it once, and then I never used it again. And I'm like, it's such a waste. I might as well. I can actually change the hair color. I just forgot what button to push. Fave song of the Ithaca Saga. Oh my gosh. Okay, without the recency bias, initially I would have said Odysseus, but now I'm thinking like with all the other aspects combined, it might actually be the challenge. It used to be like my answer is Odysseus, but right now it might actually be the challenge. You have enough money to pay for my therapy after the underwear. Yes, I have a design for Antinous and Wonder. I do. Hold on. Um, you know what? Okay, guys. I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm not the best singer. Okay, I love to sing. I'm not the best singer, but I did make a fan song parody for Get in the Water called "Get Out of My Palace," and Cinemas is there. So let me just see if I can show you. Where's to Get Out of My Palace? Okay, this is get in the water. Wait. Okay, I'm just gonna look for it right now. Where's get out of my palace? Uh,
I've been waiting for this moment, for the perfect time to strike. When he's home so close and he's reached our coast, that's when I stand and fight. I've
ask
been
me
holding
anything.
back for too long. Put up with all that you've done wrong, so it's time you all took a walk. Now that my husband's coming home, get out of my palace. Get out of my palace. And if you will not comply, every one of you will die. Get out of my palace.
Wait,
Get out of my palace.
Your Highness,
I'll
please.
spill your blood onto the ground before I let you take his crown. Get out of my palace. Get out of my palace.
So this is just mostly
Don't
different
mistake my
cameras
love.
moving from one character to the other.
Long enough. Get out of my palace. Get out of my palace. I'll make your loved ones cry and grieve. That is unless you choose to leave. Get out of my palace.
There's Continuous, voiced by Kuzi.
We have waited for 20 years. We're all sick of your stalling. Now choose your king, or there'll be blood and tears.
I can't.
Thanks, Annalise.
You could learn to love me.
No.
Yeah, this is part where there's a lot of screaming.
Yes is the only man for me. Die!
That die line I recorded at 6:30 in the morning. I was still wide awake, and my son's nanny had to check in on me because she was wondering why I suddenly screamed. Who are you fighting?
Odie,
GWF as Odysseus.
look at all I've done, what I've become. Oh, Odysseus, I've been waiting.
I actually encourage people to make an animatic of this one, just as long as you don't monetize it, because that's actually not allowed to monetize a parody song. So I actually don't monetize this myself, just to keep myself safe. Okay. So let me see. There was a question. What is your opinion on Telemachus and Otis' relationship when they finally met? I really like it though. Like it's so touching because the way I see it is Telemachus has always idolized his father, and then have his father be the one to rescue him. He already saw his father as a hero, and then suddenly, oh, okay, he's even more of a hero in his eyes. I also like that initially Telemachus was hesitant because it feels like, oh my god, this isn't is this really my father? Because he sees Odysseus more as a celebrity than his own father. So it was I like the awkwardness, the shyness in the beginning before finally he gave in and hugged his father, like, "Father, I have not seen you." It's so touching, and I was crying like a friggin' baby when that scene came on. Uh, Tomorrow it's been 9. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Connor. Okay. I'm finally able to like get into all my stuff that I need to do because I'm finally done with this one. I'm done with the challenge, so yeah, I'm gonna be checking. Um, what are your thoughts on? Let's not talk about politics, you guys. I have my own thoughts, but that way always lies disaster. That's why I never talk about politics or religion in my live stream. So let's just keep it focused on the animation, okay? Um, he always felt like he was in. I don't. I feel like it's not like he always felt like he was in his father's shadow. More like he's in awe of his father. Feeling
Oh,
like being in your father's shadow. It feels more like
pressure.
it's more. It feels more like a pressure, but I feel like he's not pressured. He just wants to be legendary, like his dad. And he admires his dad very much. Um, let's see. How big is my team? Quite small, actually. There's me, there's Nathan, there's Novi, there's Dromisu, and there's Kamalemzi. With that team, I worked on both Vengeance and Ithaca Saga, but with Wisdom Saga, there was only Dromisu and Anna. Unfortunately, Anna is no longer available schedule wise because she recently got like a full time gig. So, but Dromisu has been with me since the Wisdom Saga. Um, okay, let's see. Continuous design is so good. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can actually show you guys a better look at Antinous. Wait, can I fast forward this? Oh yeah, there it is. There's Antinous. But yeah, that's my Antinous design. It's based actually off of Antinous from the that movie, The Return, the Odysseus Ithaca Saga Violet movie starring Ralph Fiennes, and I based the clothing and the overall look from the dude who plays Antinous there. Randomly craving lechon. Is it gonna revoke my Filipino card if I say I don't like lechon unless it's paksiw?
Still a tune.
Mm.
I mean,
It's still lechon, I guess. Let's see. Uh, what was the best animation? The one that I was commissioned for. For me, technical wise, it's gonna be the Athena's Last Stand, because I was able to implement so many animation techniques there and a very detailed background by Dromisu. For the one that I enjoyed doing the most is a 600 strike torture scene. Do I have a design for Apollo? Unfortunately, I don't, not yet, but I am gonna reveal to you guys right now. I intend to have a design for all the gods because I'm planning to do a God Games animatic, but it's not what you think. It's should I tell them?
well, why not? It's
Yeah. I'm planning to do a God Games animatic, and it's gonna be uh
what?
what if instead of Athena, it was Hermes fighting for Odysseus in God Games. So yeah, it's gonna be a full-on shitpost animatic. It's gonna be a long one, and I might also get voice actors. If hubby and I cannot voice all of them, we'll probably get voice actors.
Which we can't.
Because yeah, unfortunately I can't. Of course I cannot do Hephaestus. I'm planning to do Hera.
I think I can do.
Probably Aphrodite as well.
I think I can do the vessels.
I think no. I think you can do
Mars. Aries.
Apollo.
Aries.
Apollo.
No, not Aries.
But yeah, I'm planning to I might actually like look for voice actors for that one. But it's gonna be probably my longest shit post, even longer than Poseidon part 2. What else? Oh, right. Something to watch out for this year is my own animated series. It's called My Little Hatchling. It's a meet cute found family story. Um, Also a bit of romantic comedy. And I will be looking for voice actors for that one. But I need to put out the trailer first because it's gonna be like my call for auditions trailer as well. And also, yeah, I'm still gonna be doing Sailor Odysseus, Sailor Moon Odysseus, Tuxedo Mask Penelope, and Sailor Chibi Moon Telemachus. Will it be auditions? I have to think about it because I do actually have people that I'd love to be able to voice the characters. So I'll reach out to a few friends first. I'm not gonna say who. I already have an idea on who actually, but I'm not gonna tell you guys who yet. It's just gonna be a surprise. So hopefully they'll agree to be up with some of the voices, and it's gonna be pretty cool, pretty exciting. Um, but otherwise, I'll just make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting community in the community tab post when I'm ready to do a call for auditions. Let's see. He kind of looks like Aaron Alexander. I made sure of that actually because I kind of promised Aaron that I would be like drawing his character one of these days. I haven't shown him this one yet. Probably should. Also, the God Games animatic that I mentioned, with Hermes, there's no singing except for one. Wait, there's absolutely no singing. Yeah, there's no singing. It's all voice acting. There's no singing. Yeah, because I already have like a few of the scenes planned out, and I'm probably gonna be working on the script with my husband. Imagine if Jay voices one of the characters. Oh my god, Jay, can you voice Zeus?
What if you
or
both
or
voices
or or
this?
or Jay, can you please voice Aphrodite? That would be funny. Um, and like it would throw people off. It would definitely throw people off. Um, let's see. Yes, a lot of people tend to base their designs off the VAs. Yes, that's correct. Um, thanks, Annalise. Oh, Aurora, I didn't see this one. Okay, take care. Troy as I think the very first scene that I'm gonna show you guys. Since we're talking about it now, I'm gonna show you the animation that I did for God Games. There's only one, it's not yet done, but let me see. God Games. Okay. I'm just gonna open this thing here so I can show you guys. Window capture, CSP. Okay. Let me just put that here. Okay, here we go.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Come on. You know I gotta put the jiggle physics. I have to. I can't help it. It calls to me. Ah. I wonder if I could actually get like the actual voice actors to voice characters, but then they're voicing like different characters. Like, okay, maybe like Ares, but he's like Earl Grisham Jr., but he's voicing Ares. I mean, he's voicing Aphrodite. And then Zeus is voicing, Luke Holt is voicing as Hera. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. And then the beast mode Zeus voice. Hey, baby. I can't do it.
Instead of
Oh,
like commenting, look at my ears.
my. Come on. Like I said, I work as a VTuber mama, and nearly all, like 99% of my clients are female presenting, and 99% of my clients request the jiggles. So of course I had to, like, do what the customer asks. uh I guess you got the nice animatic you wanted to do after the audition. Yes, finally. You need jiggle physics on Aries. Have you guys seen me give Poseidon and Eurylochus jiggle physics? You should have seen that. I'm probably gonna do like a jiggle physics supercut one of these days. Yeah, I should do that. I should do that. Anyway, you guys, time check. It's now 2:43 a.m. where I am. I actually don't have much that I need to do. But I do need to get started on Stories from Sticks with some rough designs, so pretty excited about that. So watch out for more from me, not just with musicals. Oh yeah, Death Note the musical. I'll be making a couple of animatics for that. Um, I'll be making one for Foolish Mortals and Fools, and probably one for When Love Comes. And also a few other things. I'm trying to listen to like as many obscure musicals as I can. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every single one of you for your support, for watching the premiere, for staying here for as long as humanly possible. um, I don't even know how long I've been streaming. 2 hours and 44 minutes. Okay, goodness. So I appreciate each and every one of you, and it's time for me to go. Gotta have my coffee. And as of right now, I have nothing else to say. You guys have a good one. Happy time zones. This has been Gwendy from NS2D Studios, and I will see you when I see you. Bye for now, you guys. Bye bye. And yes, Storyboard, I am gonna be listening to Paris the Musical. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.